Test 1, 2, 3. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a good start to the morning. There it goes. Market is open, and NASDAQ market is trying to recover. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Alrighty. Here we go. All right. NASDAQ with a really nice push up. Can you guys see the live stream okay? Yep, everything's good. Alrighty. See what we got here. Testing support here. Yep. What's going on, DT? Good morning. Good morning. Canada interest rates today. I like that, Jack. Thank you for the update. We had ADP employment change. So ADP captured 242K new jobs being added. 195,000 was the expectation. So already more than what was expected. All right. It's not looking good for Friday. Or you sound terrible. I don't know if you guys could tell. I woke up a little under the weather, but it's okay, right? I gotta work from home. There's only one meeting that I have today where I have to leave the house, and yeah, I'm happy I could go live for you guys, and I still have my secondary live stream with you guys for Jerome Powell. I probably will not be going live for an hour and a half on YouTube. But I'm going to make sure I go live with you guys. Buying into the dip on SQQQ right now. We're testing that pre-market support range. Testifies at the house at 10. Yep, that is correct. So in about 28 minutes, I will be closing out this live stream, and then I will be starting another one where it's the same as we did yesterday, right? But yeah, I think it's just the change of weather, right? That's what I'm experiencing. That's what I'm feeling. So I don't feel horrible. So I'm good. Thank you though. I appreciate it. I'll make sure that I eat a little healthier for the next couple of days. Here we go. Testing this reversal once again. Buy into this 1,000 shares. Of course, T. Thank you again for tuning on in. Yeah. Of course, Marquise. Of course. There it goes. Going back to retest. Same pre-market open level. So I'm going to do one last 1,000 shares. See what we got going on here. Let's see if we can break above that moving average, break above that EMA. So he bought SQQQ. That is what I'm buying into as of right now, SQQQ. Just so you could see, my position was only the position that I've been taking during that pre-market session. I'm sorry, not pre-market. What has been captured during our normal session. And I have no open position on TQQQ. It's just my one lucky share. Okay. There it goes. NASDAQ pulling back. SQQQ pushing up. Love to see it. There it goes. Going to retest $38 a share. Could we break above it? It's going to be the magical question. Can we break above this little resistance that we've had right before the market opened, right around $38 a share? You see that? Rejected, rejected. Potential rejection, right? You have to respect the other side. So, hey, Ricky, why is NASDAQ pulling back? I mean, NASDAQ is still pretty much break even, right? You can see NASDAQ is literally almost break even on the day. So it's not that it's pulling on back. It's just that, again, Jerome Powell is going to be speaking just like he did yesterday. And market's going to react to that, right? I don't expect it to be anything crazy unless he says something that is very significant, right? Maybe he will say something or answer a question in a way that he didn't yesterday. So again, all I'm trying to pay attention to is he hawkish, meaning he wants to raise rates more than what's expected, or is he more dovish, right? Someone that doesn't want to raise rates more than what is currently expected. That's what the entire market is paying attention to. When is he talking? Ryan is going to be speaking in 24 minutes, and I will be live streaming it, so don't you worry, we got you covered. So thank you, Ricky. Yesterday was such a good day for me. Couldn't have done it without your discipline. It's still living. All right, I like that, Manny. Appreciate that, and happy to hear that you're doing well. Here it goes. Let's wait for some higher highs. We're testing that pre-market resistance. Be careful here. There it goes. Testing. All right. Again, no reason to overcomplicate it. We are not breaking above $38 a share just yet. So let's be very careful here. Watch for a potential rejection. There it goes, breaking down to that moving average. Let's see if we hold above. Do I want to get caught in that? Not really. So I don't want to take a super heavy position right now. I appreciate that, Richie. I like that All Does World TV. I think that's a really good plan. Watch for the break below the moving average here. This would be a shift from bears to bulls, right? But again, it's very early on within the day, so Make sure that your position size reflects that. Ricky, what are you holding? Bar deep, again, only the trades that I've taken during this live session, and that's SQQQ. So for everyone that's just tuning on in, I have purchased SQQQ. I did no pre-market trading. I hold nothing. I showed my position on SQs and TQs, and I started with my one lucky share. I am buying into and I bought into the dip on SQQQ. That is all. Just because I bought into it does not mean that you need to. Jerome Powell speaks today. There could be a quick change of direction. The market sold off yesterday. The market could recover today, right? Please, if direction is unclear, then don't be afraid to stay cash and stay patient, okay? All right. Breaking below that moving average. Look at that change of direction. Are you going to hold your SQQQ position when the Fed meeting starts? I wouldn't be against it. For what I've added so far, my position is not super large. So if I begin to see a change of direction, I could always reduce it. But right now, I'm in with less than 30% of what I intend to trade with. So an example would be is if you trade with $10,000, that's like you being invested right now with about $3,000. It's still a position and you're still open to risk because it's an open position, but it's not a super risky one because the exposure based off of your position size is minute in comparison to what you could buy, right? So at the end of it, I'm not under the PDT rule. I can quickly get out of my trade. If you are under the PDT rule, if you're trying to stop over trading, if you're trying to be more effective with the number of trades you take, right now direction is not super clear, right? I got in down here. I started buying when SQQ was oversold, right? Because of that pre-market support. That was my why. Now we're at a potential resistance of $38. So there's no reason that you need to rush into anything. You don't need to be in TQs. You don't need to be in SQs. There's not a clear opportunity on either side of things right now. It's still very uncertain. So what do we do during uncertain times? Can you guys hear me? Someone said the sound stopped. Okay. Stay in cash. Do you base it off of your total buying power or cash? I base it off of my cash. I hear you clear. All right, just making sure. Locking in profits. Okay, looks like we're still getting rejected by that $38 resistance, so I don't see it to be a horrible idea to lock in profits on SQQQ if you took advantage of that dip buy opportunity, right? I mean, that's about a 1.2% move. It's nothing crazy, but it's a quick little scalp of a day trade that if you got in well and you get out appropriately, it's pretty decent, right? Oh, and yeah, it could go a little higher, but again, at the end of the day, no one goes broke by locking in profits. Let's remember that. There it goes, testing $38 a share. Do you monitor the market the entire day? I set alerts, and my alerts are based off of significant price levels. So in that sense, yes, I do monitor the market in the sense if we see a break above or a break below a specific target, then yes. But if it continues to consolidate all day or trade within a specific range that I do not care for, then no, I do not care to watch paint dry, right? Does anyone know if Ricky buys his pre-market on Webull as well? This is the only trading application I use. But I didn't trade pre-market today. But when I do, yeah, like the past couple of days, yes, I will. What else am I going to buy it on? What? So, Ricky, do you think that you'll ever have more feminine style merch at this point? We can work on it. Yeah, my demographic is like 98% males, right? So, but I can try to come up with something that's more for the female. All right, testing that same resistance. Was today's speech as long as yesterday's? I hope not, but I know for a fact I'm not going to go live for the entire speech. I do not feel very well. So I'm going to go live for about 30 minutes and then I'm going to call it a day for myself. Okay? I reinvest all my profits into tech with apparel. All right, testing that same pre-market resistance like clockwork. Do you guys see that? So if my position size was a little bit larger, I would have locked in profits pretty much already. There it goes, testing. Same resistance. Is the market going to sell off once again right before Jerome Powell speaks? Or is it going to be different? Is the market going to recover? So we got QQQ testing that support range. There it goes, testing support, testing support. We got 10 minutes left until Jerome Powell speaks. There it goes, testing that same support range. Hey Martinez, I just got myself a new mouse pad. I like that. It's 150 entries towards the GTR giveaway. Love to see it. All right, there we go. Still getting rejected. I'm down 4K on TQQQ. I don't know if I should sell or wait for it to go back up. Again, it's all about your position size. This is why we always talk about never being afraid to either lock in profits and or to not have a super heavy position at overbought levels. We all knew that NASDAQ was overbought. Therefore, why did you have to have such a large position? It happens. I'm not blaming you. It happens. But I want to remind you, this is why we talk about having a trading journal, right? So you can note down how you feel while you are down. I don't know what 4K correlates on over percentage wise, but anytime that you hesitate of like, oh, there's a potential break of pattern, should I sell TQQ at like $100 loss or $200 loss? And there's no question, right? I can guarantee you that you would no question wish you could go back and take a small loss, right? Or go back and when you were in the green to sell it, or maybe have taken a lighter position so it would have been easier to cut losses. It all goes hand in hand, and I make this mistake, and I'm not calling you out at all, man. I'm telling you, I make this mistake all the time, and I still do. This is why I talk about, I try to say it as much as I can because I want it to be okay between all of us that like we are not perfect traders, and we will never be. But it's as long as we continue to remind ourselves of the mistakes we make, we can get a little bit better as time goes on and remind ourselves of why we don't take a heavy position at overbought levels, or why locking in profits at not the highest level or at the highest price point is okay because you're still green, right? Here it goes. We are testing that support range. All right, guys. So just so you guys understand the plan, one thing that I talked about in our trade ideas, as you guys can see on the 1 hour time frame, we are testing our support range here on the moving average, right? So I'm going to close out this live stream and I'm going to go live on YouTube. And there's going to be just a ton more people obviously watching. I want you guys, my Learn Plan Profit team, to know my plan. If we break below the moving average on the 1 hour, so the price point right now is right around 296, that is a break of support. So therefore, we could see a nice drop all the way down to 290. From 294 to 290, that's pretty significant. I would be shorting the market there. If we hold here and break above EMA, close out my short position, go long, right? Accept my loss, close out that short, go long. No one knows which way the market's going to go, so don't ask me that. I am waiting for direction to be more clear. This is why I've tried to encourage you to stay cash, stay patient for direction to be more clear for the big moves, either the big drop or the big push, okay? You guys know my plan. You guys know my intention. If we break below, I short. If we break above, I go long. I cut losses on SQs and then go long. So I want you guys. I don't care to talk about my plan with them. I care for you guys to know my intention today. That is what I'm looking for. Okay? So just want to make sure that we're all on the same page so you guys can't say, no, Ricky, I didn't know your plan. Yes, you did. Right? You're aware. They can kick rocks. I don't care if they don't know my plan. But you guys, I do care. Stay patient. Stay cash. But most importantly, when they speak, right? When Jerome Powell speaks, there's a lot of volatility. Remind yourself, the stock market is a bad place to figure out that you have an ego. Stay light with your position if possible. You do not have to be fully invested. Now, if you have clear direction, momentum is in your favor, all that good stuff, then great. You can step on the gas a little bit more. But please do not be so ego-driven and I need to make every dollar and every penny of my account to make the most money. No, because when there's a quick shift of direction, you freeze. And the worst feeling is going green to red. All right, I have to close out this live stream and I'm going to start the new one before time runs out. So I'll see you guys. I'll post the link in the announcement section, okay?